It's great to be here, and it's always lovely to give a deputation in the beautiful council chamber. Definitely adds to the ambiance. I'm here to speak on this very important issue, which made news for all the wrong reasons last year. Torontonians were mortified that based on the amount of taxes we pay, we couldn't even have a major snow event adequately dealt with. You know, it made major news. It was politically costly for a lot of people in this room, and I'm glad that we're talking about it and looking for ways to improve the situation because continuous improvement and continuous delivery needs to be one of the core tenets of strong municipal governance. So I'm glad this is on the docket, and I read the MVU report. It's 150 pages. It's a very thorough and excellent report, and I just had some thoughts I wanted to share on that report so that we can do better next time. So one of the main themes of this report and one of the big shortfalls from last year was communications, and I think a lot of Torontonians are concerned with the way the city communicates to them. Specifically on page 63, the City of Toronto social media handle said, "Happy Snowy Day. We're expecting record-breaking snow." You don't start Happy Snowy Day. This is an emergency. This is a severe event that is going to choke traffic, and we can't start off talking like it's an episode of Mr. Dressup. So a serious city requires serious communication, especially for snow emergencies, and we really got to stop with this like happy-go-lucky talk. I understand the sentiment of it, but again, it sends the wrong message. Incident management, the emergency operations center was activated, but they did not effectively employ the use of incident management principles. Well, why? I mean, that's pretty shocking. Why did the EOC not employ standard incident management principles? Anybody who works in operations, I've worked in operations on the software side. Incident management is like a real core competency and process. I'd like to know what happened there, and was anybody held to account for the failure of the incident management? Page 78, broken equipment. Half of the sidewalk plows were non-operational and the melters were end of life and not usable. Again, why? Why did it take a major emergency like this record-breaking snowfall to determine that half of our sidewalk plows were non-operational? I mean, I was walking around in my ward and I was seeing older people and people with disabilities struggle to walk on the sidewalk. They actually couldn't. I saw some people walking on the street because the street got plowed, but sidewalks were completely unusable. I'd like to know why half of our sidewalk plows were non-operational and what we're going to do to rectify that situation. I think one of the most astonishing statistics, and this is what you, Mayor Chow, said in one of your pressers earlier in the summer, was that out of 29,000 calls to 311, 99.83% were ignored. Only 51 requests were actually dealt with to 311. That is truly, truly shocking and very, very disappointing. And I think we need to do a deep audit of how that happened, why that happened, and make sure that people are held to account, because that's unacceptable. One thing this report also said, which raised my eyebrows, and I think we need to dive into it deeper, is engaging of a third party to conduct a forensic audit on the winter maintenance procurement, given the fraud risk identified by the Internal Audit Division. Now, the report doesn't extrapolate what that fraud risk is. I think a lot of citizens, taxpayers, residents, et cetera, would like to know what is the fraud risk. Why are we conducting this forensic audit? Usually where there's smoke, there's fire. And so I think we'd like to know more about what's going on there. I think it goes without saying that this was a disaster for many reasons. I'm glad we're doing this post-mortem and review, and we're going to hopefully improve the situation. But again, why did it happen? Who's responsible? Who's accountable? Was anybody reprimanded? Was there severe dereliction of duty or negligence on the part of any city staff? And if there was, were they sanctioned? We want to know, because we can't enable a culture of mediocrity where mistakes are swept under the rug. I'm looking forward to another big stress test this upcoming winter to make it better. Thanks.
Thank you for your thoughtful submission.
Thank you.